already for Mother's Day? Is that something that happens over at Squifle Tower?
I mean, I will
just
get
go to
her
brunch with her or
something.
something?
We're going to go to, I don't know what my plans are, honestly. I think we're going over there, but
All right.
I don't know. But I'll get her something. I always get her something.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't remember what I've gotten her ever, but I know I've gotten her things.
Yeah, I know. Mother's Day is tough. Because once you get married, it's not just your mom.
Yeah.
You go, oh, right.
Yeah.
My wife's a mom. Hey, Jack.
Yeah. I want to make a comment about
Oh, boy. Jack, you're cutting out, homie. Where are you?
I'm on my Bluetooth sitting at my desk.
Okay.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
It sounds a little better, yeah.
I want to make a comment about the person talking about the Bill of Rights giving you the rights to do anything. And we're not just talking the Second Amendment. It's actually to protect our inalienable rights. It's not to give them, it's to protect them. The founding fathers.
Right, but Jack, they believed that those inalienable rights were bestowed by God.
I didn't want to go to the God angle on
No, that's it. You can't have one without the other. I mean, they literally wrote that those inalienable rights were bestowed by God. So if you don't believe in that, where does that leave you?
No, I just believe that they're inalienable rights because, I share similar beliefs to you on religion, but I'm not going to go there. Another thing, though, is about there used to be you had to have a concealed carry license. I wasn't very popular in my circles because I felt you should have had to qualify like every 3 years to prove that you were competent and able to effectively use your weapon.
I think that's great.
And, a lot of gun owners don't like that, but I think it was important. I mean, you should, like other people have mentioned with driver's license. And another thing is on the 4473 that you fill out to actually purchase a firearm, they ask you mental health questions, and you can blatantly lie on them because of HIPAA laws. They're not allowed to research it. And another little side note, a lot of the people, I used to work at a gun store part-time, a lot of the people that got rejected, turns out they had top secret government clearance, and that was a barrier to purchasing a firearm legally. But yet you could have all these mental illnesses, lie about it, and get away with it. I mean, these are the things that we need to be addressing first and foremost.
Why was that government clearance, Jack? Why was that an impediment?
I can't answer that, but we had 4 or 5 regulars that were avid collectors, especially of historic, and every time they had to wait their holding time and talk to other people that sell guns. I'm sure other people comment too. It seems like if you have top secret government clearance, it's harder for you to purchase a firearm. I never did understand that, but it was, the guys, when they came in, were like, oh, okay, we know the drill. We'd make the call in to do it, and they had to wait. I have no idea why that is. I have no idea why I think it's very important that mental health should be included in it, but yet these people's rights of being protected is adversely affecting other people's rights to exist without.
Yeah. I have a right to not get murdered. So, what do they say? The right of your fist ends at the tip of my nose. I mean, there's all kinds of great sayings that people have that you can apply. Okay, thank you, Jack. I appreciate it.
I'm going to change the subject now.
Hey, Chantel.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. I was talking to Poundcake because he was talking about Egypt and how he don't want to go. He's scared to go. My youngest son, who goes to Kent State, he's currently in Egypt. And he's in Cairo, Egypt, and he went there for school because they offered him a scholarship. And I didn't know that there's actually a U.S. college there.
Yes.
And it's students that go there like from all around the world or whatever. And he's having the time of his life, and he do not want to come back.
Well, he's a straight man, correct?
Yes.
Right. Well, that's kind of the difference. Yeah. We're talking about a guy like Poundcake who is, spoiler alert, not straight. Might have a difficult time. Your son's at the American University.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, black in Africa, no big deal. Gay in Africa, kind of a big deal. Matter of fact,
A bigger deal.
black and gay in Africa. If you're white and gay in Africa, they're like, oh, well, he's clearly not from around here. He belongs to some European country. We don't want to bother him. But black and gay, yeah, they don't.
Mind you, your son would know all about this. Poundcake would know nothing about it because he's never been there. Your son is matriculating there in Egypt. This is all speculation. Chantel's not the gluten-free bread lady, is she?
Yes, it is. Yes. Gluten-free bread. Yes.
Gosh,
Yeah.
Chantel, like 100 years ago called, and I just loved her talking about gluten-free bread. It just made me. How old is your son?
My youngest son, he's who's in college. He's 22.
Wow. Well, as a 23-year-old woman yourself, Chantel, you should be. I don't know how that math works out, but you certainly can't be any older than 23 or 20.
No, I'm 45, and then I have a daughter that's 24, and my oldest son is 28, and I'm a grandmother of three.
Look at
three
you.
little boys.
Well, you sound as young as the day we
She does
first
sound
met, Chantel. Okay, good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.
Bye. There's Chantel, the gluten-free bread lady.
I still want to go to Egypt. Like I see.
Why don't you just go where you want to go? It's not like they look at your passport when you get to the airport and it has the gay stamp on it, and they say,
might.
"Could I see you over here?" And they're standing there with a scimitar, and I mean, you don't think there's gay students at the American University in Cairo, for God's sake?
No, I know there have been friends of mine that have like gone to like Abu Dhabi or like Dubai, and they were gay. I'm in my head too much. It's what I do. I'm in my head too much, and this would be a bucket list type thing. I can't not go. There's been times where I've done things that I really wanted to do that I really
but
shouldn't
also
have. That
places like Dubai, though, those are like Vegas in the Middle East, right? I mean, they're all, Vegas is a desert city. Dubai is too. Those are places that like want people to come there. They're just like giant amusement parks, and they want people from all over the. They're going to whisper about the fact that the culture is not all that welcoming, but they want people coming there and spending their money. They want you in a harness, bungee jumping off the Burj Khalifa, like Tom Cruise.
or having dinner floating above the ocean in like one of those hot air balloons.
How did Tom Cruise, by the way, all of a sudden look old? Have you seen Tom Cruise?
Yes.
No.
Like, did he get plastic surgery? I don't know what. Tom Cruise all of a sudden looks puffy, a little heavier.
I think they've been holding him up to like.
But he's been doing his stunts. I mean,
Layers of makeup
The
for
guy
years.
has. I know, but I mean, layers of makeup don't help you jump off a plane in real time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's been doing his own stunts. It
watched
seems
him
like
in-
all at once, Tom Cruise looks human now.
How long ago did Jack Reacher come out? Because I watched that and
That was like 10 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
he had old man abs in that. Like it was like a body that used to be like ripped.
No, but
and you
for
could-
his age, in great shape.
Like even Maverick, he looked like still pretty tight.
Yeah, this summer he'll be 61. Because that whole generation of actors, they're in that age group now, right? They're north of 60. So like Brad Pitt, Clooney, Tom Cruise, all those guys that's like in their age group. And Tom Cruise for he's colored his hair the whole time or whatever, but he has always like seemed to defy time. But the last few, maybe it's a bunch of pictures from one event where he just doesn't look his best. I don't know, but he looks like he had a little bit of work done. If he had an eye lift, I don't know what he had done, but he just all of a sudden looks strange. Maybe it was inevitable. Jack Reacher was 2012.
Okay, yeah, I saw him because I was like, ooh, there's a shirtless scene with Tom Cruise in it. And he comes walking out, and I'm like, oh.
I'll tell you what you need to watch is the television show of Jack Reacher.
That show's great.
It's awesome. They cast a guy who looks the way Jack Reacher was supposed to look in the book.
Alan
Cruise,
yeah.
Alan Richardson from the Hunger Games back in the day. You'd love that guy.
Okay.
Super tall, plenty
Big,
of
tall,
shirtless
buff,
scenes.
Blonde dude, yeah.
What is it on?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, yeah.
Okay, I got that.
If you want to leave us voicemails, you always can. The After Hours line is available to you. It is 216-986-8903.
Hi, Alan. I was just throwing some towels into wash, and I said to myself, wow, that's a big load. And then I thought of the soundbite you always play and love to hear it, but I don't have the button. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.
What a cute voice. Anybody else, I'd say, screw it. But
For her.
Oh, that's a big load.
I was doing some towels over the weekend, and I think I might have said the very same thing. But that's, to me, I'm hitting my own stuff. She's over there doing her laundry. Oh, that's a big load.
I was doing those
And
mini
then when I got a
crossword
big
puzzles.
load, I go put it in there.
Yeah.
Doing those mini crossword puzzles, and one of the clues was how laundry is measured. And I was like, oh, loads.
How laundry and men are measured by their women.
Loads. Loads and loads.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you what, you got to get on those those mini crossword puzzles are very fun. And then there's also, they do the Wordle thing. I still like
my wife,
that.
Gwen, does Wordle. I'm amazed I don't care about Wordle. It seems
then-
like some nerd thing I'd be really into, and I just couldn't care less.
I feel like this one's right up your alley, though. It's called Spelling Bee, and they give you...
This is an app?
It's all within the New York Times Games app.
Okay.
Because they're all just word games.
Okay.
They're very simple word games, but they're very fun and challenging. And the Spelling Bee one, I think they give you 6 letters. Or
7 letters.
7 letters. And there's one letter you have to use in every word that you create. And there's different levels. And getting up to
I've seen this.
Genius it takes some time, but it's doable. And I got there today, got there yesterday. It's awesome. It's really, really fun. And it's just, that silly brain teaser type stuff that those are my favorite kind of games. Is those like word games. I'm not like a Sudoku guy.
Right.
But I like the word ones.
Okay. You have found one word. All right. Well, yeah, I'll look at that. Yeah, I have seen this stuff.
Yeah, I think that would be your style.
Listen, I'm still triggered by my formative years were marked by multiple successful spelling bee appearances until your days in the B, as we called it in the big game. Your B days are over, and you're left with nothing but maybe a little bit of scholarship money and a couple of cheesy trophies and maybe some ribbons. And so I think that maybe subconsciously it's why I've avoided these kinds of things, because they'll take me back to those days that were brutal.
But, maybe you reframe it and now you're just competing against yourself, and you can just enjoy it because you do love words, and you love when words are spelled right. So
that is true.
Perfect for you.
Yes and yes. All right, well, I'll give it a look. Yeah, okay, well.
That's a big load.
Yeah, that is a big load.
And then when I got a big load, I go put it in there.
Yeah. I was thinking of Poundcake. I heard Stansbury talking about it earlier. The woman who wakes up in the hotel room and the manager's sucking her toes in,
Oh, my God.
I think it was a woman. Oh, it was a guy.
And a guy was sucking his toes.
Is at a Hilton in Nashville. Boy, Nashville's, they're wilding out.
That's all those bachelorette parties.
Yeah. Celebrities are moving there. They're really making Nashville into like something. They're trying to. It's still Tennessee, for Christ's sake. Woke up in his room to find the hotel manager sucking his toes.
Woke up this morning,
Whoa.
sucked myself a toe.
David Neal is the 52-year-old night manager, and he was accused of making a copy of the victim's room key. Back in the day, you had to have a metal grinder there. It was a real thing. Now they just slide it in. They, duplicate the magnetic code, and there it is.
Can you not hold yourself together? You can't keep yourself together.
You never seen toes like hers, man.
It was a
If you were
guy's
toe-
toes.
But you
Toes
also,
like his.
but you also always put the bolt over on a hotel room door. You don't just lock the door. You put the thing over it, and you put the thing.
I don't know if I do that all the time.
I do it
honestly.
all the time.
But you don't have to. You're worried about the manager of all people, not a burglar, not someone who wants your stuff.
Anybody.
Sucking your toe.
Well, no. Nobody's going to go to bed thinking that they're going to wake up somebody sucking their toes.
Like,
But that also confirms one of my biggest fears too, is like when you sleep with a foot hanging out. As a kid, you're always like, "Ooh, a monster's gonna grab my foot," so you keep your feet covered. And then you're an adult, and you're like, there's no monsters that are gonna mess with my feet if they're outside of the blankets." And then some horny night shift manager's like, "Ooh, I gotta suck them toes."
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, better that than waking up and he's standing there with pruning shears going after your piggies. But
also,
still,
how many times has he gotten away with it? Because that's my, like...
Yeah, this is a repeat
Yeah,
crime.
I don't
Your
think
room
it's-
will be free or whatever. Like, he's probably giving discounts. How did
Maybe
the guy-
not. Maybe this was his first foray into toe sucking. I mean, if he had done it before, surely he would have been
Do you think it was
caught
just
and
a dare?
reprimanded.
It was just a dare. Like, dare you to go and suck on one of these toes. And he's just protecting the other people at the hotel.
The guy woke up, but again, this is why you put that latch
Yeah.
over the door, because otherwise
You're victim
And the
shaming.
deadbolt.
they
You gotta
could
do the
just get
deadbolt.
in. Yeah.
You're victim blaming.
Got a
I don't like that.
deadbolt.
Blaming the victim?
Yes.
Who is?
You are.
No, I'm saying you. Shut up.
You are.
Yes, you have to take care of yourself. That's right. You have to put the latch on the door.
Maybe he was drunk
Otherwise,
and he forgot.
huh?
Maybe he was drunk and he forgot.
Well, he ain't going to forget again.
No, he won't.
He immediately confronted the night manager and recognized him as the person who had come into his room the day before to address an issue he was having with his TV.
See, this is the stuff. Oh, you're here by yourself. You need something. Guy's like in his robe provoking him. Now I'm victim shaming.
The night manager said that he indeed entered the guest's room, but did so after he allegedly smelled smoke and wanted to check on the victim. So I was just worried about him. Come
Nah.
on, I came in here and,
There's more to this story. This is a cover up.
well, he uncovered this guy and started sucking on his
'Cause
toes.
I think this dude's sucking more toes than we even know.
Any
Police said they
normal
did not report any smell of smoke, nor were there any other reports about the smell of smoke in the hotel. The night manager was arrested at his home on burglary and assault charges.
This is-
So yeah,
That's assault,
deadbolt,
brother. Yeah, double damn it.
If you wake up, if I wake up and someone's sucking my toes that I didn't authorize to, I'm swinging. Like, you don't just, I'm going to confront you for sucking my toes. I'm swinging. I'm grabbing the little alarm, the huge alarm clock that is like 10 pounds.
First
I'm
off,
smashing you
it's a
with it.
victimless crime. He had his toes sucked.
I'm telling you right now, I give consent to no one to suck my toes.
No.
There's no human...
Somebody wants to suck my toes.
Not letting them...
Here's my foot.
Ugh.
What's the matter with that? I will. If you can suck
Listen,
a toe.
I've sucked a toe. I
Yes.
don't need my toe sucked.
I've never sucked a toe in my life.
I mean, it's not my thing, but again,
I was with a girl, she liked her toes
it
sucked a
could
little
be
bit.
way worse. If somebody's like, "Hey, do you mind if I suck your toes?" I go, "Yeah."
so
it's-
if you woke up, if you
No,
were
no.
away from the family, you were staying in a hotel, and you woke up to a guy, not, the manager,
Wait,
sucking your
wait.
toe.
You woke up. Let's make it... It's not a stranger. You wake up to Gwen sucking your toe.
yeah, if that's what she wants to do. She's not a toe sucker. I've sucked some toes. I'm like Jables and Cage. We don't mind sucking on toes.
I like I said, I'll do it if it's something that the
Yeah.
girl's into.
When you got the knees in the chest and the feet are up in your face.
Yeah.
Oh, man, suck on a toe.
Oh, I have established.
Again,
that
I'm not going to
boundary.
seek it out, but if it's right there, yes. Oh, here's a whole hut in there. What do I care? We're going around.
You don't go one by one. You don't play a little this little piggy.
You do that first.
You
and
insert
you jam it all in there.
I was like, they insert the feet like a cassette tape. His mouth is the VCR.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God!
It's side one of the first Winger album.
Ugh. Yucko.
Well, everybody's got their own thing. All right, let me take a break here. I'll have those Monster Jam tickets for you. Enough about jamming feet in your mouth. About jamming some monsters. I assume that's what this is. I'll get you 4 tickets when it comes back to Cleveland Brown Stadium on June